you all showing up tonight for this piece that me and Mr. Lopez has worked on for. I found out about it today. We had been talking and discussing it for a while, and he's going to open himself up a little bit to questions, and if you have concerns, him and his partner will answer those concerns. He's going to talk to you about the piece on Broadway and 3rd and fill you in on what the investigation showed. That's what we talked about today, right? And he's going to inform you on what the Denver Police Department is doing to help us as a society and what we do. And there is a couple of people that has come forward and talked about being assaulted here in the last month or so.
They're here.
And they're here tonight. And I don't want to make it a crucify the commander, but I know you guys have concerns and you have questions, and that's what we're here about tonight. And we support everything that the community does and how we react. We work with the commander for a while, so I'm going to turn it over to him, and it's going to be an open kind of thing, and he'll answer your questions.
Thanks, everyone. I want to begin by thanking our good partners at Charlie's here and the community for coming out to meet with us tonight and talk to us about concerns that have been expressed in the local media as of late. I want you to know that it's important that we get people like yourselves in the community to bring forward crime-related complaints and raise our level of awareness. Let us know where we can best serve you and serve the community, and where we can best go about picking up the criminal element, hold them responsible and accountable for the bad acts that they commit out there. And we can't do it alone as a police agency. We really need the community to partner with us to help solve these crimes. It's with good people like you in the community guiding us and directing us that we can hold these people that are committing these bad acts responsible for doing the things that they have done. I brought along tonight with me literature on personal protection, and I would ask that everyone, we've got plenty of them here, I would ask that everyone take one with you tonight and talk to your friends and your loved ones and with people that you work with in the community about these issues that we've raised. Make everybody aware of our concerns in the agency about unreported crime and the importance of reporting these crimes. We don't want a perpetrator out there in the community that starts on some small scale injuring people, innocent people, and then ramps up and something very unfortunate or very ugly transpires. So for that reason, we're pleading with everyone to report all crimes seen, to report and bring forward all complaints they have so that we can address them. I brought with me tonight Officer Kevin Malloy. Kevin is a subject matter expert in bias-motivated crimes, and we actually use Kevin at the Police Academy to provide training to our newer officers that are coming on the job that haven't had any training or any exposure to bias-motivated crimes. So I will give Kevin a minute to talk simply about the types of issues that we have with bias-motivated crimes, and then we can open up the floor to questions and answers.
Thank you, Commander. As the Commander said, I teach a class out at the Academy for the new recruits. The class is called Gay and Lesbian Issues in Policing. It's gay and lesbian issues from the perspective of policing and how we handle the various types of situations that we have when gay, lesbian, and transgender people are involved. One of the pieces of that class has to do with hate crimes. And I just brought along my slides just to try to tell you exactly what a hate crime is so you understand what it is that we have to deal with. A hate crime is statutorily called a bias-motivated crime. It's a criminal act that's intended to intimidate or harass a person based wholly or in part on that person's perceived affiliation or identification. It's the perception that matters. If someone goes up to a straight guy, calls him, you know what the words are, I'm not going to use them in front of you, calls him that, smacks him, and takes his wallet, that's a hate that's as a sexual identification robbery. It's a bias motivated crime, and it's an enhancer on the sentencing. It doesn't matter who he is, it matters how he's perceived. Okay? And a hate crime is committed if the aggressor selected his victim based on his perception of that person's race, color, ancestry, religion, national origin, physical or mental disability, and sexual orientation. So again, this is just from the class that I teach. And it's basically with intent. He knowingly injures, causes bodily injury to a person, or by words or conduct places that person in fear of imminent lawless action, directed at that person's property such that the words, conduct are likely to produce bodily injury or injure that person's property, or knowingly damages that person's property based on their perception of their sexual orientation. I won't go into the statute or anything like that, and the rest of it has to do with how the recruits are supposed to handle the call. But I also explained to recruits during this class how you're supposed to investigate that. Ask questions. And I tell cops, don't be afraid to ask people what their sexual orientation is. Don't be afraid to ask people what words did they use. What words did they use during the event of this crime. And please tell us about this stuff. Don't be afraid of telling the cops that you're gay or lesbian or transsexual. Don't be afraid to do that. We are trained and we are taught how to handle these situations. And you as people should expect that we're going to handle these cases with compassion and with empathy, and we're going to investigate these cases as thoroughly as they need to be investigated to get the bad guy.
Excellent. Yep. Thank you. I just want to take a minute to recognize Councilwoman Jeannie Robb. She's here with us tonight. She's over there. Great friend of the agency, and thank you very much for being here tonight. All right, with that, if there are questions people would like to ask. Okay. And please know, if you would like to talk to us offline after we're done, please come and approach us. If you'd like to talk to Officer Malloy about a specific incident, you're not sure if it's a hate crime or not, but you have questions in your mind, please come and talk to Officer Malloy. Or if you have some concerns, or you would like extra resources into your place of business, or your residence, or any other issues or questions you may have, please come and approach me offline, and I'll be glad to address your complaints. And if I don't have the answers to the questions you ask, I'll find out and I'll get back with you.
All right, yes, we do have a lady.